In 2026, the old ways of gaining respect, influence, or personal value no longer work. Many try to be impressive through appearances, titles, or social validation. But the truth is, being high value is about how you carry yourself, how you think, and how you impact the world quietly. Today, we will explore the new rules of becoming a high value person. So you can be respected, influential, and fulfilled without chasing approval. Being high value is not about wealth, popularity, or power. It is about inner stability, clarity, and the way your presence affects others. It is the quiet confidence that makes people feel safe, understood, and inspired. In the modern world, the distractions are endless and the pressure to perform is constant. If we try to imitate old standards of value, we end up exhausted, disconnected, or unnoticed. The new rules of being high value are subtle. They are practices of the mind, the heart, and daily action. They teach us that true value is not created by seeking attention, but by cultivating depth within ourselves. The first rule of being truly high value in 2026 is to master your inner world. Most people chase value outside themselves. They measure worth by likes, approvals, or recognition. They look to external markers to feel significant, but the truth is, lasting value begins inside. Your inner stability, clarity, and emotional balance are what make you magnetic, trustworthy, and resilient. When the mind is unsettled, no amount of success can make it feel fulfilled. When your sense of self depends on external validation, you are perpetually at the mercy of other people's moods, opinions, and judgments. High value people understand that their foundation cannot be built on shifting sands. They cultivate inner awareness, self acceptance, and calm even when the world outside feels chaotic. Mastering the inner world means taking responsibility for your thoughts and emotions. It means noticing when you are anxious, envious, or reactive and responding with awareness instead of automatic reaction. It means observing your mind without judgment and gently steering it toward clarity. This is the core of self mastery, knowing that peace comes from within, not from anyone else's approval. It also requires setting clear personal standards. High value individuals know what they will accept in life, relationships, and behavior, and what they will not. Boundaries are not walls. They are not walls. They are a declaration of respect for oneself and others. By protecting your inner environment, you create a space where growth, calm, and integrity can flourish. A crucial part of mastering the inner world is emotional regulation. Life will inevitably present challenges, criticisms, and setbacks. High value people do not suppress emotions or pretend nothing affects them. They acknowledge feelings but do not allow them to control decisions, actions, or interactions. A calm, grounded response becomes their default. This stability draws others in, it inspires trust, admiration, and respect without a word being spoken. Reflection and self awareness are key tools. Spending time understanding your motives, desires, fears, and reactions allows you to act with intention rather than habit. It prevents impulsive choices that undermine your value. Meditation, journaling, or simply quiet thought can train the mind to stay centered. Another element is detachment from outcome. High value people act with purpose. Yet they are not obsessed with how others perceive them. Their focus is on doing the right thing, growing as a person, and creating positive impact, not chasing applause or validation. This inner freedom is magnetic. It signals confidence, wisdom, and authenticity. Ultimately, mastering the inner world is the foundation of all high value behavior. It allows you to navigate life pressures with calm, to engage with others without neediness, and to make choices from clarity rather than fear. Without this foundation, external accomplishments, wealth, or status can never provide true respect or fulfillment. High value living begins internally, and only when the inner world is cultivated can it naturally radiate outward, attracting respect, trust, and meaningful connection. The second rule of being high value in 2026 is practicing consistent integrity and emotional intelligence. High value people are not admired because of titles, wealth, or influence alone. They are respected because their actions match their words. There is a quiet strength in reliability, a magnetism in honesty, and a deep trust in emotional awareness. Integrity is simple in concept, but profound in practice. It means doing what you say you will do, even when no one is watching. It means being honest, not only with others, but with yourself. It means acting in alignment with your principles, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. High value people understand that short term gains achieved by compromise or deceit may appear beneficial, but in the long term, they erode respect, relationships, and self worth. Emotional intelligence is equally crucial. It is the ability to understand, manage, and respond to your own emotions, as well as to perceive and empathize with the emotions of others. Being emotionally intelligent does not mean suppressing feelings or avoiding conflict, and means not navigating emotions wisely. Pain means navigating emotions wisely. They respond with calm clarity rather than reactive impulse. They recognize that words and tone carry far more weight than appearance or position. A person with integrity and emotional intelligence inspires trust without trying. Others feel safe around them, knowing that interactions are predictable, honest, and respectful. This reliability is rare in a world that often rewards impulsive behavior, shortcuts, or charm without substance. It is what makes a high value person stand out quietly but unmistakably. Practicing integrity also means setting boundaries. Emotional intelligence requires awareness of how interactions affect your energy and well-being. High value people do not compromise their values to please others, nor do they tolerate disrespect or manipulation. They handle difficult situations with poise, maintaining composure even when challenged. Their calmness becomes a stabilizing presence for others, and this inner steadiness is often mistaken for power. Consistency is often mistaken for power. Consistency is key. Integrity is not only about grand gestures or public displays, it is expressed in small, everyday decisions. Being punctual, keeping promises, acknowledging mistakes, and honoring commitments all communicate value more effectively than words ever could. Similarly, emotional intelligence is strengthened in daily interactions. Noticing the unspoken feelings of a friend, adjusting tone during tense moments, or responding with compassion instead of defensiveness. High value people also practice self reflection. They ask themselves, did my actions today reflect my principles? Did I respond with awareness? Or did I respond with awareness? Or did I react unconsciously? This inner check keeps them aligned, ensures growth, and prevents erosion of credibility over time. Ultimately, integrity and emotional intelligence are inseparable. One without the other can create rigidity or detachment. Together, they form the cornerstone of authentic respect. When you consistently act with integrity and emotional intelligence, you no longer need to demand respect. It naturally follows. Your presence becomes a silent statement. This is a person whose mind, heart, and actions are a persons whose mind, heart, and actions are aligned, and that is invaluable in 2026. The third rule of being high value in 2026 is investing in continuous learning and self improvement. High value people are not defined by their current skills, knowledge, or achievements. They are defined by their current skills, knowledge, or achievements to growth. They understand that the world is constantly changing, and the person who stops learning quietly falls behind, while the person who continues to evolve becomes invaluable. Learning is not only about books, courses, or certifications. If Fikibliz board books, courses, or certifications, it is about cultivating awareness, observing the world, and understanding human nature. It is about noticing your strengths and weaknesses, embracing humility, and seeking to improve in ways that matter, not to impress, but to live more purposefully. High value people see every experience as a teacher, every mistake as a teacher, every mistake as an opportunity, and every interaction as a chance to grow. Self improvement is also deeply connected to habits. Small, consistent actions compound over time into extraordinary personal growth. The habits of reading, reflection, exercise, disciplined routines, and mindful observation are investments that yield returns in confidence, clarity, and resilience. These habits cannot be faked. They are visible in demeanor, decision making, and the energy one brings into every space. A high value person knows that knowledge alone is not enough. Understanding must translate into action. Learning without applying is like planting seeds and never watering them. True value comes from what you do with what you know, how it shapes your character, your relationships, and your contribution to others. Curiosity is another hallmark of high value living. Instead of assuming that they already know enough, high value people ask questions, explore perspectives, and challenge their own assumptions. They understand that intellectual humility is not weakness, it is the recognition that intellectual son. Growth never stops. This openness draws people in because it signals a mind that is adaptable, wise, and considerate. Investing in self improvement also includes emotional, social, and spiritual growth. High value individuals work to understand their emotions, communicate effectively, and nurture relationships that elevate them. They do not rely solely on external validation or temporary success to feel worthy. Instead, they continuously refine themselves to become someone who can handle life challenges, gracefully contribute, meaningfully, and inspire others without effort. Another key aspect of continuous growth is reflection. High value people periodically assess their goals, values, and behaviors. They ask, am I becoming the person I want to be? Am I living according to my principles? Am I growing faster than I am comfortable? These questions maintain alignment, prevent complacency, and reinforce self respect. In 2026, the pace of change will be faster than ever. Those who refuse to learn, adapt, or improve will be left behind, while those who embrace growth will naturally become high value. This does not mean chasing every trend or comparing yourself to others. It means committing to personal excellence, understanding your worth, and building skills, knowledge, and character that last. Investing in continuous learning and self improvement ensures that your value is not fleeting. It is a lifelong process that makes you resilient, confident, and capable. It is what allows you to navigate change, create impact, and inspire respect effortlessly. The fourth rule of being high value in 2026 is understanding the quality of your relationships and consciously building those that elevate, inspire, and support growth. High value people recognize that energy is finite, and the people you surround yourself with profoundly shape your mindset, habits, and overall well being. Being high value is not about having a large circle of acquaintances or social media followers. It is about the depth and quality of the connections you nurture. A high value person invests time and attention in relationships that bring mutual respect, understanding, and growth. They understand that every interaction leaves an imprint, either uplifting the mind and heart or draining it. Those who are constantly critical, envious, or manipulative deplete mental and emotional energy. Stepping back from these interactions is not selfish. It is a necessary practice of self care and boundary setting. Boundaries do not make you cold, they make you clear, respected, and more capable of meaningful contribution. High value individuals also cultivate empathy and emotional presence. They listen deeply without immediately judging or offering advice. They validate immediately judging or offering advice. They validate emotions without taking responsibility for them. This creates a safe space where people feel seen and understood, and it strengthens trust. In contrast, people who rush conversations, dominate interactions, or seek validation from others often leave relationships hollow. Mutual growth is a key factor in high value relationships. Being around someone who challenges you to think differently, to grow emotionally, or to expand your skills elevates your energy. High value people naturally gravitate toward those who inspire them while also contributing positively to those around them. This creates a balance of give and take where relationships are not transactional but transformative. A high value person also recognizes the importance of letting go gracefully. Not every relationship is meant to last, and some connections hinder progress rather than enhance it. Ending or distancing oneself from draining or toxic relationships is not failure, it is clarity. It creates mental and emotional space for healthier, more meaningful acceptations to flourish. Consistency and reliability in relationships also define value. High value people show up when it matters. They honor commitments, respond thoughtfully, and maintain presence even during challenging times. Trust is built not through words but through repeated actions that demonstrate integrity and care. Another aspect is discernment. High value individuals do not chase approval or popularity. They choose relationship based on alignment of values, energy, and shared purpose. This conscious approach reduces unnecessary drama, distraction, and emotional burden. It allows them to focus energy on growth, contribution, and meaningful experiences. Finally, high value regions of are rooted in authenticity. Pretending to be someone else to fit in or gain approval only diminishes your value over time. Being genuine attracts like minded individuals who respect and appreciate you for who you truly are. This authenticity becomes magnetic and sustainable, creating a network of connections that is mutually uplifting. Building relationships that elevate, not drain you, ensures that your journey toward becoming high value is supported and sustainable. It allows you to thrive, influence positively, and inspire others without forcing respect or approval. It is not about quantity or social image, it is about quality, presence, and alignment. High value people understand that in 2026, your value will not only be measured by what you know or how you act, it will also be measured by the company you keep, the energy you cultivate, and the legacy of positive influence you leave in the lives of others. Becoming a high value person in 2026 is not about status, wealth, or outward appearance. It is about the quiet strength that comes from within, the calm mind, the aligned actions, the commitment to growth, and the relationships you nurture. Your value begins in your inner old, bored, ward, bored, ward. One, you master your thoughts, regulate your emotions, and stop chasing external validation. You create a foundation that no circumstances, integrity, and emotional intelligence guide your actions, making your presence trustworthy and respected. Continuous learning ensures that you grow, adapt, and contribute meaningfully in a changing world. And finally, the relationships you choose shape your energy, your mindset, and the impact you leave behind. High value living is subtle. It does not scream for attention, but it commands respect effortlessly. It is not built overnight, but compounded daily through awareness, discipline, and thoughtful choices. In 2026, the world will move faster. Demands will increase and distractions will multiply. Those who focus on internal mastery, meaningful growth, and authentic connections will naturally rise above the noise. Remember, your value is not given, it is created quietly, consistently, and intentionally. Invest in yourself, act with integrity, grow every day, and surround yourself with what elevates you. In doing so, you become the kind of person who doesn't need to prove their worth because it shines naturally into prove their worth, because it shines naturally in everything you do.